Hi guys, this is Emmanuel
and Zeke
from
Easy Go Travel.
On today's video, we're taking you to Barcelona.
Right before our cruise on Virgin Voyages.
Hi. On our way to the airport,
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
On our way to Barcelona.
Barcelona. See you there.
And here we are on our plane from San Francisco to Barcelona. It was a 10-hour and 39-minute flight, direct. So yeah, we were there for quite some time. And a few moments later, we are in Barcelona eating our tapas, our first meal of the day, given this is roughly right around dinner time. At least for, Americans, it's roughly around 6-7 p.m. So it's still kind of early for Europeans, but we want a little bit of a snack, so here we are enjoying some yummy tapas.
And the tapa place that we went to was just around the corner where we stayed. We stayed at the La Ramblas, and it was very close proximity to a lot of things.
Yeah, and here we are walking after our meal, walking or just trying to get familiar with our area in La Rambla. So there's beautiful parks. And there's like an event going on, so we really couldn't see much of the actual park itself. But on the way back, we ended up stopping by to get some gelato. And that's how we ended our night. And as you can see, now we're having breakfast at Starbucks because we had to wake up really early because we had to go to La Sagrada Familia. So we took the metro, and it was pretty close by, the metro station. So once we got there, it was a direct metro ride to the Sagrada Familia. And literally once you got out of the metro, it is right there. So it was definitely took me by surprise to see how close we were to it. So that was definitely a nice wow moment.
I bought the tickets to La Sagrada Familia a few months ago, so before our trip. So that was one of the tips, just to buy it ahead of time, so you don't have to wait in line to buy tickets.
And we did the earliest tour because we're like, okay, let's just, we'll get up early, enjoy it, make the most out of our day, which turned out to be perfect because what we once thought wasn't too crowded. Within half an hour, it was very crowded and it was really hard to walk. So luckily we had a tour group and they showed us around, told us the history behind the Sagrada Familia, and it was overall a beautiful experience.
Yeah, I really liked the tour. It took us to things that, we were looking at the actual church outside, but the more you look at it, the more things you see, which is kind of interesting.
And it's so many type of architecture. You can see so many different art forms and colors. It's definitely one of those churches and cathedrals that really catches your eye, and it's just everywhere you look, it's just a piece of art. And it was really big and impressive, and I know they're still not done with the church, and it should be done within the next year or two. So hopefully once it's done, it'll definitely be a place that we need to come back and visit once it's completed.
And yeah, there's a lot of stories about the stained glass, so we went basically every stained glass there's a story. So we hearing the stories, looking at the stained glass, and then it's early in the morning, so the light is really shining through the stained glass. So it's so beautiful.
The tour was roughly an hour long, where he was kind of telling us the backstory, the history, the meanings, and the artists behind this. So it was a really informative tour, and we enjoyed it. And we took several pictures and videos. And this is us with our little audio system, because obviously it's a big group, so it's definitely, as you can see, very crowded. So it's hard to hear our tour guide. So this little microphone, little system we had, was able to hear our tour guide in perfect clarity without having for him to be yelling or trying to be close to him and whatnot. So it was very helpful. And this is one of the doors. There's going to be the main entrance once it's completed. And overall, it was just a very thorough tour guide. Our group was roughly between, I would say, 15 people around there. And we just kind of followed along as, he kind of walked us around and showed us. And overall, like I said, it was a very thorough. And this is the other side of the Sagrada Familia. And as you can see, it's a different art style. And this is basically like the Passion of the Christ, basically showing from beginning to end what happened. So it's definitely a different viewpoint. And as you can see, the art style is completely different from the other side of the church.
One of Zeke's contribution to the planning is this Corgi Cafe. He saw it on TikTok, and he said we need to go to this place. So I researched it, and this is the place we went to.
There's multiple locations actually. This is actually the one that's close to the Sagrada Familia. So it kind of fit in perfectly with our plans of going to Sagrada Familia, and after that having like an actual brunch compared to just having to run on a ham and cheese croissant from Starbucks. So we had French toast, and of course we had an amazing view of two corgis just running around, and the food was amazing, the coffee was amazing, and overall great service. And I'd highly recommend this as a must stop if you are in Barcelona, because it is very cute and very Instagrammable.
After the Corgi Cafe, we took another metro, and then we decided to go to the Gothic Quarter.
Once we arrived, we were able to sightsee a little bit and kind of like slow it down, because I know with Sagrada Familia it was very kind of go. So we're here, we were able to kind of just enjoy, kind of do things on our own, walk around, go into churches, museums, and just kind of just give it our own pace and take pictures and be able to kind of sit down and relax and kind of just watch people walk around and, you know, just kind of just enjoy a little downtime. So it was definitely stunning. The weather was perfect. And as you can see, it does attract a lot of people. Like Barcelona itself attracts a lot of people. And this is one of the plazas where we walked to, and they had a taco restaurant. And I wish we could have got some tacos, but we didn't because we were still pretty full from the Corgi Cafe. But that's definitely a must for the next time.
After that, we visited Palau Guell. It's a masterpiece by Gaudi. It was built in 1886 and 1888, commissioned by Josep Guell. The palace blends Gothic and modernist styles with lavish materials and intricate design. Highlights include a soaring central hall, ornate ironwork, and a rooftop with colorful chimneys.
Yeah, so it was at the palace, and it was kind of empty, to be honest. Like, it wasn't as appealing from the outside. So the inside was just more like just kind of walking around, kind of seeing the layout. But for the most part, the art that was really there was actually on the roof. As you can see, all these artwork that's basically all over the roof. It was really stunning. We were able to walk on, like, close to it. And it showed us a really nice view of the palace from the outside. So that was a nice highlight. And from there we kind of just started to just relax and go back because we had to get ready for dinner. So yeah, it was a nice walk back. But before that, we were able to continue our adventure, and we ended up grabbing some paella at the Barcelona market. And it was a nice way to wind down, and because we did a lot of walking, and the paella was delicious with some calamari. And we just kind of walked around the market, kind of sightsee, see some snacks, the meats, and everything that they had to offer. And it attracted a lot of people. It was really busy.
And then the paella was actually kind of like they have a deal for like 15 euros. You can have one paella and then one drink. So that's what we ordered. One paella. I ordered an extra drink, and then we ordered another appetizer, which is the calamari.
And here's the view of the outside of the market. And after we kind of wind down and relax, we went outside and saw another gaudy artwork, which is basically a house and a museum as well. And it's really popular. We're really close by, and we were able to witness it. And this is actually one of like a really hidden gem
Worth trying on our next visit.
And to kind of end the night, we went to Moon Cafe, and we were able to kind of have some drinks, some nachos, and like a little panini sandwich. and it was really good. We enjoyed it. It was definitely one of the highlights and a nice way to kind of finish the last night on Barcelona.
After dinner, we just started walking around the city, and then we actually decided to have like gelato. And this is the line for the gelato. Oh, it's good.
And then the following morning, we went to this restaurant called Brunch Cake, and we had honestly not the best breakfast. It was just more for like, Instagram worthy. It was okay, nothing too crazy, but definitely overpriced. After that, with our luggage and everything, we had to go to the port and drop off some things before our cruise. But before that, once we dropped everything off, we were able to go to the Picasso Museum and just kind of see more artwork. It was honestly really impressive. It was an immersive kind of museum, and honestly, it was like the perfect way to spend the last couple hours we had in Barcelona. And honestly, like, it blew my mind with how much artwork there was here. It was truly impressive. We took a lot of pictures, and we definitely had to buy some souvenirs from here, and I got a little bit of magnets just because I just had to. It was that impressive.
So when we checked out from our hotel, we had like two choices: to drop up our luggage and pay to hold it, or you can drop it off at the port, which we did. But the thing with that is you can't leave your backpack. So we carried our backpack, and then when we went to the museum, we checked it in so we can walk around in the city with our big backpacks. Thank you for watching.
See you next time. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to be updated with our newest videos.
Thank you. Bye.